mixed up in naming, but it's a classic story in the world of blood group discovery. The antigens in the Colton system are expressed on the RBCs of newborns, so you can detect them early, which can be relevant for cases like hemolytic disease of the fetus and newborn. The Colton antigens are carried on a membrane protein known as aquaporin 1. This protein is involved in water reabsorption in the kidneys, and it accounts for about 80% of water reabsorption in the kidneys. Aquaporin 1 is an integral membrane protein, and it's interesting because it's not just found in red blood cells but also in other tissues including the kidneys and blood-brain barrier. When it comes to antibodies related to the Colton system, anti-CoV is the most common antibody. However, it's rarely found as a single specificity. It tends to show up in combination with other antibodies, which can complicate antibody identification, but you would still able to recognize it as part of the Colton system. In the laboratory, Colton antigens are resistant to enzyme treatment, meaning common enzymes like lysine and papain won't affect the expression of the antigens. So if you test with these enzymes and the reactivity stays the same, it's a clue that you're dealing with Colton-related antigen. Next, the Landsteiner-Wiener system. It is characterized by the LW antigens, which are carried by a glycoprotein known as intracellular adhesion molecule 4 or ICAM4. Take note, ICAM4 belongs to the immunoglobulin superfamily, which is a group of proteins involved in immune responses and cell adhesion. These antigens are primarily expressed on red blood cells, and they play a role in cell interactions, though they're not as widely studied as antigens in other blood group systems. The LW antigens may be depressed, meaning they are reduced in expression during certain conditions such as pregnancy or in diseases like lymphoma and leukemia. This means that if a patient is pregnant or has a certain hematological conditions, you may see a reduced expression of these antigens, which could impact the results of blood typing or antibody identification. From a laboratory perspective, the LW antigens are resistant to enzyme treatment. This means the enzymes like lysine or papain won't affect the antigen expression on the RBC surface. This can be useful when you're trying to distinguish the LW system from other in-mix antibody cases. Additionally, the antigens are resistant to glycine acid EDTA treatment. So unlike some antigens that may be weakened or destroyed by this treatment, LW antigens will remain intact. Now, the Chido-Rogers blood group system. First, why is it called Chido-Rogers? It's actually named after the two individuals whose sera were first found to contain antibodies to these antigens, Chido and Rogers. That's where we get the CH and RG designations. Now, here's the clinically relevant part. The anti-CH and anti-RG antibodies are considered clinically significant in the context of transfusion medicine. That means even if a patient has these antibodies, they don't typically cause hemolysis or transfusion reactions, so we usually don't worry about them when we're cross-matching blood. Here's where it gets interesting. Unlike most RBC antigens, the CH and RG antigens aren't actually part of the red blood cell membrane structure. They are not integral proteins, but instead, they are carried on the C4 component of the complement, specifically at C4a and C4b. C4b carries the Chido antigens, whereas the C4a carries the Rogers antigen. So what happens is these C4 proteins absorb onto the surface of red blood cells from the plasma, giving the appearance that the antigens are part of the red cell, but they're really just hitching a ride. Now, if we're trying to detect these antigens or antibodies in the lab, there are few important technical details to remember. First, these antigens are enzyme sensitive, meaning they are destroyed by proteolytic enzymes like lysine and papain. On the other side, they are resistant to treatment with dithiotritol and glycine acid adta, which tells us a bit about the structure and stability. The antibodies, anti-CH and anti-RG, have HTLA characteristics and papain. On the other side, they are resistant to treatment with dithiotritol and glycine acid ADTA, which tells us a bit about the structure and stability. The antibodies, anti-CH and anti